Good afternoon and Jai Hind students. In last class, I have discussed two clauses of MOA and the concept of Article of Association. Two documents, Memorandum and Article of Association, are very important documents in the formation of company that we have discussed. Now today we will discuss some more documents which are required in the formation of company. So now let's begin. First is consent of proposed directors, means after preparing memorandum and article of association there is a need of written consent, means approval of proposed directors, means those proposed director means who are the directors of the company. So their written consent is required to confirm that they also agree to act in that capacity and undertake to buy and pay for the qualification shares, because directors they can also buy and pay for the shares of the company. So in a written consent they approve, they declare that they also confirming that they also act as a buyer, as an investor, and they can also buy and pay for the shares. Now the second document which is essential is the agreement. If the company proposes to enter into an agreement with suppose any individual for appointing him as managing director, whole time director, manager, then such agreement is also to be submitted to the registrar. I explain once more. Suppose if company appoint anyone or any individual as a managing director, as a whole time director, as a manager, then such agreement with that particular individual, whatever agreement company has done, so the copy of the agreement is also submitted to the registrar, because company is doing certain agreements with those individual also who are appointing as a managing director, whole time director, manager, etc. Now the third document is statutory declaration. Statutory declaration means it is to be submitted. Statutory means legal, so it is a lawful declaration. Legal declaration should also be submitted to the registrar, stating that, means in that document it is mentioned that all the legal requirements of the company act in regard to incorporation have been complied with, means fulfilled. So in a statutory declaration and legal declaration, we are confirming that all the legal requirements which is required to form the company is all fulfilled as per Companies Act. And this statement is also signed by the following people. This you have to learn, because it is maybe asked that who will sign statutory declaration, or the question may come that out of the four options, who will not sign statutory declaration. So there are the four people who signed this. First is advocate of High Court or Supreme Court, or chartered accountant or company secretary in full time practice, or a person whose name is mentioned in article as a director, or manager or a secretary of the company. So these four people, authorized people, can sign this statutory declaration. And what we are declaring in this statutory declaration, that all the legal documents which is required is completed, uh, and it is completed as per the Companies Act, which is required to for the incorporation of the company. Now the last document is the receipt of payment of fee. Payment of fee means along with the above documents, whatever documents we have discussed, MOA, AOA, consent of proposed director, agreement, statutory declaration. So along with all these five documents, necessary fees and filing fees and registration fee, filing fees and registration fees has to be paid for the registration of the company. Now all the documents are ready. Now we will pay fee for registration to the registrar. The amount of fee, it depends upon authorized capital of the company. So from this line the question can also be made that uh, amount of fee depends upon what. So the amount of fees which is charged is depend upon the authorized capital. Suppose four options are given: authorized capital, then share authorized capital, you can say paid up capital, or called up capital, issued capital. So the right answer is authorized capital. And authorized capital, I have already told you in yesterday's class, it is a maximum capital with which the company is registered, and company cannot raise fund more than authorized capital, and this is mentioned in capital clause of memorandum of association. So all the important documents we have discussed which is required in the incorporation or the formation of the company. Now we will discuss the stage 2, which is the incorporation of the company, is the second stage of the company. First is the promotion stage that I have finished, and the second stage is the incorporation of the company. This I will discuss in next class tomorrow. Till then, keep learning. If you have any problem, you can ask on my personal window. Thank you and Jai Hind everyone. Take care.